That sounds familiar. What's up, Miss Ann? How you doing? Paul Glover, how are you doing, man? How are you? I gotta fix this microphone. Man, that's too low. That's too high. Okay, there we go. Yeah, man, doing okay. Just hanging out for a little bit. Jaden James, how you doing, man? Mr. Mark Taylor's in the house. Paul Glover says he loves the t-shirt. Thanks, man. I hear you, Miss. Taking care of some errands, eh? I hear you. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Yes, it's a Flying V my wife got for me quite some years back. This is what I don't understand. I've said this before, but people have said that this is the way they did it back then. If you look, it says Epiphone, and on the truss rod cover, it says Gibson. I'm like, okay, which one is it? So I take it's Epiphone. But yes, makes a rare appearance. I can even talk. Yes, it does make a rare appearance. I don't, because it's kind of uncomfortable to sit down and play, which, I'm still trying to get used to. Is it'll come across as I'm trying to play here. Mr. Ennis, how are you, sir? How you doing, man? Paul Glover says the V is sweet, though. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yes, Miss Ann. There's a storm coming up on the coast, Myrtle Beach. My wife was looking it up just a few minutes ago, and it's going to be bad. And I'm going to be right in that area. I usually get to the branch about 9:30 at night. Oops, let me turn this down. And so it's going to be coming through about 5 or 6, maybe 7, but it's still going to be lingering around. So hopefully I'll miss the blunt of it. I hope. We'll see. It's going to be touch and go. And I'm the only one going down tonight. The other guy, he called in sick again, so he's not going to be there. But there's only one load, so that worked out in my favor. Oh, Simon Williams says there's going to be a Joe Bonamassa signature V coming soon. I did not know that. That's awesome, man. Joe Bonamassa, man. What can you say? He's awesome. Yes, thank you for the thumbs ups, guys. That really helps. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, there's some kind of sound on here. It's called Gilmore is the name of it. Is the name of the effect here. That's how that sounds like. Man, this thing is weird to play. You try to play and it wants to move around and do all this and that. But it's a cool guitar, man. Oh, Muddy Waters when he would play a V. Wow. Yeah, we drop, man. That's you never know. You never know. See if we can find another sound here on this RP 1000. All right. There's something else. Yeah, we lost some people. Maybe they'll come back. I like that sound better. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, sometimes, Mr. Glover. I mean, no, this one doesn't unfold. No, you just kind of got to stick it down in between there and kind of hold it with the back of your lower calf. That's what I do. Because if you don't, you just have to kind of. That's what I do. Just try to keep it lined up. You know what I mean? Sorry about the drop, guys. There's nothing I can do about that. Fantastic internet service. It's just, what can you do, man? Thank you, Miss Nancy. It's good sound. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. It's one of my favorites. I like to do. Does anybody else have a V out there that they like to play? This one did. Well, it does have a Floyd Rose, but the as you can see on the back, the block and all that, it broke, and so you can't use the Floyd Rose anymore. So I just bolted it down to make like a hardtail, made like a homemade hardtail out of it. That's what I did. It works fine. I would like to put a new Floyd in it one day. Simon Williams says, no, he does not have a Flying V. Maybe one day. Well, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. Yeah, this is the only one I have. I like them. Even when you stand up and play them, they'll do this. They'll, because they're so off balance, God, man. Having some fun on this beautiful Monday, but I'm afraid it's going to turn into a disastrous evening when I get down there to the coast to deliver milk. What's the difference between the sound of this and a Les Paul? Oh, you crazy. Um, well, I mean, it all depends on your pickups too. These pickups are pretty cool. Hey, Spanky, how you doing, man? How you doing? Uh, excuse me. Hopefully, we don't drop again. These pickups are pretty good. I'm pretty sure they're like Seymour Duncans. So it all depends on. A Les Paul is going to be a lot more heavier. You know what I mean? Have more of a kind of a muddy sound, I guess, depending on the pickups. To me, this is a little bit more brighter, a little bit more uh, apt for heavier playing, which you can do that with a Les Paul too if you put in some great sounding pickups. That's with any guitar, but to me, a Les Paul was a little bit more, I don't want to say dull, but just a little more on the mellower side, if that makes sense. Adam Scheinberg, how you doing, man? That's the best way I can say it, my friend. Spanky McAllister says, "Do I like Michael Schenker?" Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. He's awesome. He's awesome. What's that? Simon Williams, a little more body. I would say the Gibson, the Les Paul has more body. This is a little bit more weight to deal with. Not more weight, but because it's just off center the way it's made. You know what I'm saying? David Allen, right? No, man. No, it's just one I've had for a while. Yes, Simon Williams, the Les Paul. Yeah, now Les Paul would be more weight. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is nowhere heavy as a Les Paul. Not in my opinion. No, not at all. Um, but yeah, this is no, Mister Right. This is one I've had for a long time. I just haven't pulled it out of the case in a while. I just thought I'd give it some playing time. Like I said, I need to put another Floyd in it. This one, the block, what long when I had this, I was using the Floyd and the block and everything in the back just broke. It just came apart. Uh, so one of these days I need to get a Floyd in it, put in it, and so I can use the Floyd again. But it's okay. I just went ahead and just bolted it down to make a homemade hardtail out of it. It still needs a little adjusting because it's not quite, yeah, but it still plays fine. So for me anyway. Oh, I hear you, Mr. David Allen Wright. He's going to start building some guitar bodies and stuff soon. He started his CNC classes. He's going right up there, man. Moving right up. Thank you for the thumbs ups, folks. Appreciate that, man. That helps the channel tremendously. It really does. Thank you so much. I mean, it really does. Thank you and good night. Oh no, I'm just running direct, Mr. Right, just running direct into my recorder here. Thank you, Mr. Adam. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Yes, and I like to send some prayers out to my buddy Jim Guidry. He's out there in Louisiana, man, right there, and especially people in Texas. You know, if you're in Texas or around Texas, like my friend Jim Guidry, man, my prayers go out with you. Be safe, be careful. I've seen a lot of pictures on Facebook this morning of people, their cars are flooded, people are getting stranded, and it's scary, man. It's scary. So my heart and prayers go out to those people. And Jim, if you watch this, man, just be safe and do what you need to do to be safe, to try to stay out of that stuff, man. That stuff ain't no joke. Hurricane season usually starts around September. And so it's kind of getting an early jump here this year. Adam says he's sending his prayers as well. Yes, thank you, Adam. Yes, it's not a laughing matter. Yes, Mr. Williams, nasty storms are blowing up, man. It's bad. God almighty. Adam says there's awful things going on over there. Yes, it is. It is. There's Jim right there. Welcome, Jim. I was just talking about you, man. You doing okay over there in that neck of the woods, man, with them storms? You all right? Man, Miss Ann can't never watch this show. She keeps losing the signal. And which I can't say nothing. I try to watch other people's shows, and I get the same results. So, all right, Miss Ann, thanks for jumping in, and hopefully you can catch the replay. Oh, okay. It's moving through your neck of the woods Thursday and Friday. Okay. I was wondering, man. So, before you jumped on here, my wife was telling me that she looked at Myrtle Beach, where I have to go tonight, and it's going to be bad. And there's another storm brewing out there. I was like, oh, great. So I don't know what's going to happen. Yes, your trip to Dallas is tomorrow. See, you're going to be going right into that stuff. You got to take that trip to Dallas with that big truck. Oh, man. Be careful, Jim. I know how it is, man. I do it every day. I'm telling you. Oh, Spanky, man, your mom and brother got caught in a hurricane in Myrtle Beach in the 80s? Man, yeah, that's I can remember when Hurricane Hugo came through. That was in 89. I was a senior in high school and Hurricane Hugo came through up the coast like Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and it came inland and it hit some of it hit Charlotte. And I won't ever forget that, man. I was a senior in high school. My dad was working for the power company, so he wasn't at home. He was gone. What's up, humbucker lover? Ask up, man. And he was gone, and so my mom came upstairs and woke me up, and all the lights was out, and she was holding a candle, and all you could hear was the wind was blowing real hard, and we went downstairs, and I looked out the window, and the trees were like laid over, and it was crazy, man. It was wild. A lot of people's roofs got damaged, cars got damaged. I couldn't believe it came that far inland for a hurricane. It's crazy. All right, Simon, take care, man. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you, Simon. Oh, you're gonna get an eventide. So, man, David, those things are still expensive. I remember when those came out, those were like really high. I think they're still pretty pricey. Center's in the house. Yeah, man. It's man, I don't know what those go for now. But I remember back in the day that was the thing, man. That was the thing to have. Lord of mercy. It's too early, man. If it's too loud, you're too old. What's up, Senator? No, Jim. Uh, yeah, that's what's going to be playing on the radio now. Oh man, nah, that's not funny, man. Hey, Adam. All right, man. Thanks for jumping in, Adam. What is he saying? All right, man. No, David Allen Wright. I'm just running direct. You didn't miss anything. I answered your question. I guess you did miss it. I don't know. Senator. I hear you, Senator. Yeah, I'm just going direct, Mr. David Allen Wright. I'm just going direct into my, you know what I'm saying? Into my recorder here. I'm just going direct into the thing here. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm not using Hangouts. I'm just going through YouTube Live. You see what I mean? That's the whole trick. If you use Hangouts, excuse me, you try to play guitar through Hangouts, it's gonna sound awful. Yeah, man. Thank you, Senator, man. Thank you, Adam EVH, man. Appreciate it. I hear you, Mr. Wright. Yeah, man. Yeah, that sounds good, man. That should be awesome. Oh, Jim says, did I order the cube yet? No, not yet. No, sir, not yet. Uh, I'll have to wait a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe might wait a couple more weeks or something. I don't know. Uh, See, man, like I said yesterday, well, I don't know if I said this yesterday when I was going live. Uh, the nighttime supervisor, he's in charge of the payroll, and he's the one that's in charge of putting what you get paid, you know, what days your pay goes on. Since I work the night shift, I don't know if he just gets confused or he's not paying attention or what he's doing, but for my check I got this past week, I noticed it was more than usual. I was like, man, that's something ain't right. But what he did is he put, see, I work Sunday through Thursday, right? Sunday through Thursday. And then the following Sunday, I start a new week. Well, that following Sunday, the pay for Sunday, because we fill out these, what they call pay sheets every day. Instead of him putting it for Sunday, he put it for Saturday. So that made 6 days for that week that I got paid. So when I get my check this week, I'm only going to get 4 days. I'm going to be short because, he's not paying attention to his job. So, no, I haven't ordered it yet. It's going to be a while. I can get straightened out now because now this dummy has done offset my budget, So, what can you do, man? Center. That's the bonus for being awesome? No, not really. I didn't really get a bonus. I really just, yeah, I got my money, but I'm going to be short this week. You see what I'm saying? It's not evened out, man. And people don't pay attention to what they're doing, man. You start messing with somebody's money, it gets their attention quick. It got my attention. Because at first I was like, wait a minute, did I have any overtime? I was like, I don't think I had any overtime. And I didn't. Spanky says Microcube. Yeah, they were been talking about the Roland Microcube. I think it's called the GX. When the Microcube first came out, it was, I don't know, when they kind of upped it a little bit. And I think the only difference is they put like this, like something called an iConnector. You can connect your iPhone or whatever to download an app, to some kind of software you can jam along with it, something like that. But I just thought it would be cool to have. I got the Black Star right here. Hang on. And I love this thing. So there's the Black Star. It's really nice. I've always loved this amp. Only effect it has really is the delay, built-in delay, which I love. But the Microcube has a couple more different options, as far as tones. And it has a delay and reverb, but it's only on one knob. So you can't use delay and reverb at the same time. You can either use delay or reverb, but I know a way around that. Because I have a delay reverb pedal, that Dispatch Master, so I can hook it up to that and just cut the delay off the pedal and just use the reverb if I want. That way I can still have both effects at one time on the amp. Oh, Spanky, you have one. You got the Microcube? Oh, okay, that's cool, man. How long have you had it? That's awesome, dude. Yeah, let's see. If I'm not mistaken, I think they go $150 and they have 3 colors, white, red, and black, I believe. Oh, yeah. I understand that. Yeah, it's going to be built better than oh, yeah. I heard they were built like a tank, Excuse me. Okay, you've had it between 5 and 6 years. Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it. I'm going to get it. I'm just, waiting a little bit right now and trying to, like I said, I get straightened out with my finances thanks to, thanks management where I work. Appreciate it. And, but yeah, I think it's $150. So yeah, I'm going to get one. Spanky wants to know if I've tried to pick. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I'm sorry. Spanky wants to know if I've ever tried the pig nose. I've seen them a lot, and I've never tried them. I've heard them, the original pig nose, but to me they're just real bland. It's just you can't do anything. It's just I like to have some effects. I like to have some juice. If that makes any sense. I can't stand playing with just if you're playing slide or something, or you're just doing something nice and mellow. I get that, but I like to have some effects with my stuff. A couple anyway, but the pig nose, if I recall, it didn't have nothing like that. It was just a box with a speaker and a volume knob that looked like a pig nose, which is cool. It's got a lot of history to it. But Would I want one? Nah, I wouldn't want one. I've never played to one either, but I've seen other people play to them. I was kind of like, that's pretty cool, but I like to rock out a little bit more than that. Just my opinion. Jim Guidry says he loves Roland. Yeah, because I believe Jim and myself talked about this yesterday that Roland owns Boss. And I didn't know that until he told me that. So I thought that was very interesting indeed. Very. Yes. Was that center? Yeah, I think my Gorilla amp had gain on it. That was about it. I remember having a Gorilla amp when I first started in '86. I had this little amp, Gorilla. That's all it was, man. And yeah, it just had gain on it, and it had a couple of, like bass, middle, treble, and then volume. That was it. And I didn't know if that was good or not. I didn't know what Gorilla was. I was like, wow, I just knew it was an amp. Oh my gosh, it served its purpose, but what? When you're a beginner, you don't know any better. Oh, Spanky still has this small red grill amp. Yeah, my cousin had the red one, and mine was black. And I remember that. Yeah, he had a Peavey electric guitar, and it was red. And of course, man, oh my god, I had a red BC Rich. Uh, it wasn't a pointy guitar or nothing. It's just regular, guitar, red, and I put yellow and black tape on it to try to mimic Eddie's thing because I couldn't find no white tape when I was getting the tape at the store. They had yellow, black, and blue, so I went ahead and got the yellow and black. And then my cousin saw that. He wanted me to do that to his guitar, and I did it. And he had that little red Gorilla amp. I remember that, but he never went nowhere with it. I tried to show him a few things years and years and years ago. Man, we were kids, teenagers, and he would mess with it a little bit, but he never followed through with it. So I guess he just wasn't interested. Uh, that's why I say somebody a lot. I've been asked a lot if somebody's just starting on guitar, what kind of guitar should they get, or if it's somebody getting something for their kid. And I say, look, you need to start with like a little combo set, and let your child or friend or whoever start with something like that. Don't, cause see, back then they didn't have them starter packs back then. Back then you had to buy the guitar and the little Gorilla amp separate, your cable, your strap. So they were making a killing off of you back in the day, when I was coming up. But now you can get them little starter packs, and for a decent price for somebody who's just learning. Is the guitar going to be excellent? Nah, it'll be average, but it'll be enough for them to learn on. Just look at the action and set it up the best you can, and they're good to go. And then that way you can tell if your child or whatever wants to continue with it, or your spouse or whoever. I got a buddy of mine at work. His little boy just started guitar lessons, and I guess he's probably about maybe 10 and 9 or 10 years old. And I asked him the other night, because he works nights too, and I said, is your boy still taking guitar lessons? He said, oh yeah. He said, yeah, he loves it. And I said, there you go, man. I said, it's a great thing for a kid to get into. It keeps them out of a lot of trouble. If they really get into what they're doing, they'll concentrate more on that. And then, I don't know how it is now since a lot of kids play video games and stuff, But that's what I did. I just stayed in my room and practiced. I tried to anyway, I didn't mess with much else except, chasing girls. Jim Guidry says he has the Roland Cube 40. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's I believe that's the step up from the Microcube. Is that correct? Am I correct in that assumption? Could be totally wrong. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Jim says, yeah, he believes that is the step up from the Microcube. Yeah. Tell JR to get busy, Jim. Jim, JR, get busy, man. Got work to do. You're taking the rest of the day of? I think that meant off. Are you really? Oh, good for you, man. That's what you need to do, because tomorrow, man, tomorrow's going to be a rough day, having to drive to Dallas and load all that stuff up, man, in that storm. It's going to be something else. Something else. Lord of mercy. See, this is a lot of fun when you host one of these things by yourself. Doing it solo. That's why I have this with me, you know. Jim says he's not looking forward to the drive with the hurricane to Dallas. I wouldn't either, man. I wouldn't either. Definitely not. I'm not looking forward to tonight either. I don't even know what I'm going to be running into down there. I have no clue. I guess we'll see, man. Don't know. Yes, Jim. Yeah, there's some bad stuff heading on the coast at Myrtle Beach over there. Some bad. My wife showed me a while ago. Yeah, there's some stuff building up over there, man. Supposed to come through like between. I think the blunt of it is coming like between 5 and 7 this evening. I usually get there about 9:30, so I'm sure it's still gonna be raining and stuff. You know, whatever. It's just one of them things, man. As long as I can get in there and do my thing and get out and start heading back this direction, I'll be cool. You know. Won't be the first, won't be the last time. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it, man. Get ready to jump off here. Just want to come on live for a little bit. Didn't want to stay on too long. And thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And wherever you are, stay safe. If you're in the path of that stuff, be careful. Thank you, Jim. You be safe too, man. We'll holler at you in a little while. And let me go out here and see what's happening. And get ready to head out here in just a few minutes. So peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my name is Joe, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. See you, Center.